Are you constantly trying to figure out where you're going to get the cash to pay your next VAT bill? There could be a simple solution, and it could just be that you're on the wrong VAT scheme. Ravi here from GrowFactor. So I know VAT is not the most exciting topic, but listening to this video could save you thousands of pounds. We recently did so for a client just by switching their VAT scheme. It's such an important question because quite a few business owners don't realise that there are multiple different VAT schemes out there, and different VAT schemes suit different types of businesses. So I'm not going to bore you and go through the detail of all the VAT schemes in this video, but I did want to just touch on kind of the overview of what schemes are best suited to specific industries or specific types of work that people do. So there's 4 main schemes available for SMEs if your business is turning over under £1.35 million. So choosing a VAT scheme depends on a couple of different factors, things such as who your clients are, what your payment days are, and if your business has a lot of expenses which you can reclaim VAT on. So there's 2 main types of schemes, the flat rate scheme and the normal rate scheme. And then off that, there's 2 other branches, which is your accruals-based scheme or your cash-based scheme. Under the flat rate triangle, you can be on the accruals or the cash, and under the normal rate triangle, you can also be under the accruals or the cash. So if one of your problems is that you're constantly cash negative and you're chasing money to try and pay off this VAT bill, it may just be that you're on the accrual scheme at the moment, but you need to switch to the cash scheme. And what that will do is mean that you only pay VAT on cash sums. So when you physically receive income from a client, or if you physically pay an expense, that's when you'll be able to reclaim that VAT. On the flip side though, if you've got loads of expenses that are VATable and you are able to reclaim them and they're being billed potentially up front, then it's probably better for you to be on the accrual scheme, because then you can actually reclaim the VAT on the date of that bill as opposed to when you physically pay an expense off. And then potentially the third scenario is the difference between the normal rate scheme and the flat rate scheme, and you'd be on the flat rate scheme if you don't really have many expenses, because being on the flat rate scheme means that you pay a percentage of your 20% that you're charging out to the client over to HMRC. So your flat rate percentage scheme could be potentially 11%, 12%, 15%, depending on your industry, and that's what you'd pay over to HMRC, but you're actually getting 20% from the client. So there's a little bit of a margin where you're actually keeping that money and not paying it over to HMRC, even though the client's paying you that money. And essentially this margin covers any VAT that you would potentially reclaim on any expenses if you're on the normal rate scheme. So I know VAT is a complicated subject, and this is super general and high level, and you should consult your accountant or financial advisor for more information. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of an insight into the fact that being on the wrong scheme could cost you quite a lot of money in the future. And Making Tax Digital plays an important part in ensuring that you have all your records kept in an orderly fashion and you are actually reclaiming all the VAT that you potentially can reclaim and nothing's missed. Being on a cloud-based system allows you to see all this information really quickly, submit that to HMRC in real time, and then make the payment accordingly. So our mission here at GrowFactor is to get all SME clients onto the cloud so they have better financial visibility on their numbers in order to make decisions such as moving to a different VAT scheme or saving money by ensuring that receipts are being processed correctly and applied to the correct payment. So my one ask for you is that if you know someone that you feel like may not be on the correct VAT scheme and needs a little bit more information about the different types of VAT schemes there are out there, please tag them in this video, share it with them and spread the word. And I'll catch you in the next video.